Hi, buddy, and welcome back to AXION Token Channel. So we've got a lot of good stuff to do. We're going to have a look at everything in a speed chase. So definitely check it out. We're going to look at AXION price, warp price, the AXION project overview very quickly, get an update, and of course, you can buy and stake, of course, get all the bonuses. We're also going to look at warp quickly and, of course, a legend launch pad as well. So we've got three big topics to go for. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get straight into it, folks. So here we are with AXION price, currently at quadruple 0765. This is a very good buying opportunity at the moment. Of course, we're looking to try and reach some particular targets to start breaking the chart up to get that uptrend going. So we're going to keep looking out for that, of course. Let's have a quick look at the DMI here at the moment. Oh, so this is the price chart here. So we're at the near the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, just between the middle 50% and the bottom 5%. Currently at a quadruple 3765. Now we did have a whale do a partial sell. They had over $1 billion and they sold 120 million AXION. That's what explains the red candle that we had yesterday. Otherwise, we'd been tracking up pretty nicely. Let's pull up the old trend here, and you can see that we're actually tracking up with that yellow line there. Very, very cool. This is our first target we want to get to, a quadruple 05. That would be the beginning of an uptrend or break of the downtrend, and so that's what we really want to see. We're actually tracking really well, and then of course just a whale decided to sell out. That's just part of markets, the way it goes. But what it does is give people a good buying opportunity to buy back in at a much lower price. So a quadruple 0376 looks pretty good at the moment. Let's quickly look at the DMI indicator. Of course, this is what we're looking at the moment, the scenario. We want to see this play out, and of course let us take away that stuff. At the moment, we've got the sellers are in higher, of course, with the whale 120 million AXION. Definitely jumped the sellers direction, and of course the buyers direction fell off there. Momentum, of course, the sellers is up to 20, but that means hasn't confirmed the uptrend yet. We need a 25 for that. That has not happened. Now, what is the scenario that we're looking for? We're looking forward to get the buyers obviously go up, and so if we change that around, we want the buyers to go up there, and of course the sellers, we want that to start moving down. So obviously, if people start buying, that's going to start to be fulfilled. And I do know quite a few people that are dollar cost averaging into AXION at the moment. And so I'm sure after that, absorbing that whales buy, the price will start to rise as it already has begun. Well, of course, we want to get the momentum up to 25 there. And of course, the buyers to be higher as well and the sellers to go down. That's what we're looking for. So we will be tracking that very closely. And of course, the RSI has got a long way to go. If we do have a rally in price, we can go miles up there. And that looks pretty good. So definitely some interest there. Of course, our first target is quadruple 05, and then our next target is a quadruple 08, and that would spur the foundation of an uptrend getting into this zone. So looking very exciting there, as you can see. We're going to break out of that down zone, and of course, we start moving that price upwards. So looking forward to that. Once it starts building that momentum, of course, it's going to be too late to get in cheap, and the price will start rallying, and people will be looking at following the green candles. So just take that into account. Let's jump over to the liquidity, of course, and have a look at that. We've got 195,000 US dollars in total liquidity. Daily volume 3,300. That's on the low side, of course, just recovering after that whale sell, and of course that is actually kind of a positive. That means that the market is kind of just steady at the moment after that big sell. We haven't had that many sells from big wallets in top 50 since the beginning of the year, so it hasn't been too bad, even actually in December. So it's just interesting when we do get those happening. Total market cap is 3 million, of course. And what else we got? We got 2.59 billion AXION pool, so plenty of AXION to pick up as well. And of course, you get much more better deals if you do buy through the accelerator. And of course, that includes a market buy and burn as well. So if you want to get all the incentives in the accelerator, definitely go up to that 15% in the accelerator plus big paydays. Pretty exciting. All right, so the 1 ETH at the moment will get you 77.48 million AXION. Yesterday, that was over 80 million. So it's definitely prices starting to move up a little bit there as well as it recovers from the sell. All right, cool. Let us jump over to the AXION website. Now, if you're new to AXION, check out AXION, of course, and it is one of the premier staking projects, and of course the big one on Polygon Matic, and of course with 3 or 4 million transactions on Polygon Matic, it is one of the higher end transaction chains. And of course, if you go through check out the accelerator and the collider, that's where you can buy and stake in one go at the accelerator, get all the bonuses up to 15%, of course, and big payday, wrap Bitcoin dividends, and a particle NFT. Those are the 4 big bonuses, and of course you can get that through the collider. Use your particle NFT in the collider, you may get a bonus investment pretty much around about up maximum is 50 million. You've got a 4% chance of winning that. So that's a nice little extra there for investment. Cool. Check out the website if you have any questions, of course, to catch up on Discord or Telegram at the top there. And of course, 24/7 help from the moderators there. It is the best service in crypto. If you want to invest, of course, hit the AXION portal. That will bring you to this page here. And of course, you just hook up your wallet there on the Polygon network, and it will prompt you to add that if you haven't already. The Accelerator is where you're going to buy and stake. Just hit advanced, and of course, choose your token that you want to have, and then put the amount you want to invest. And of course, the period that you stake does depend on the rewards. Once you start staking over 350 days, you will then start getting the bonuses in the Accelerator. Every year that you do that, of course, you get 1 more % bonus up to 15 years, 15%. Pretty nice. And of course, big payday bonus as well. The next 4 years is big paydays. So if you stake the next, at least the next 4 years, you also get a hold of those big paydays. You get the particle NFT. And at the moment, the maximum is $865 win for there. So that's pretty amazing. $1,865 is potentially the max win you might get there. 4% chance of winning that, of course, as well. On top of AXION that you get, of course, 8% per annum, you're going to get wrapped Bitcoin dividends as well. So that will depend on what goes through the Accelerator. But once again, that will be in real time. Pretty nice. And so far, we've already had AXION sold through the market and the buy and burn. 55% of what goes through the Accelerator goes buy and burn, and 30% goes to wrap Bitcoin dividends at the moment. So that's what you get to enjoy as a staker in a long-term play. Once you've staked, of course, you just hit the stake button and accept that, and your stake will show up on the stake page. You'll have the value of the stake, the shares that you get when you stake AXION. You get shares in return, and your stakes will show at the bottom there. Your wrap Bitcoin dividends will show here, and you can withdraw them at any time or recycle them back in the Accelerator as well. Your NFT, your particle NFT that you got from buying and staking in AXION will show up here, and if you want to use it, you can just deposit in here. Set the period of your benefit, 15 years, and then engage, and away you go. You get a lot more wrap Bitcoin dividends by doing that. So cool. And let us jump to the launchpad, of course. At the moment, of course, when you stake for 1 year, 15 years, you get access to some new projects. And we're looking possibly up to 24 projects this year. It's going to be pretty amazing. And of course, you get early access. That's always a bonus. Let's see what launches we've got at the moment. We've got the Legion launch at the moment, IDO. It's $200,000, 2 days and 11 hours remaining. Once again, to qualify, you need to get at least a $5 million stake, a 5 million AXION stake at the moment to qualify for that. Very cool. So you can actually hit on that. The pledge at the moment, let's see what that is. Actually, we'll jump over to the Legion side here. So if you've got 5 million AXION stake for 350 days, you can get a $250 pledge. That will give you 3,333 LGX tokens. That's pretty much at half price, 7.5 cents. It's going to public launch at 15 cents. Let's take that into account, so you get a 50% discount there. Max stakers, people that stake for 15.2 years or 5,505 days, get a $500. And of course, if you're holding one of these 2 NFTs, get another $100 more. Obviously, the maximum you could actually apply for is $1,500, which I know a couple of people have already done that. Very cool. Most people will probably be doing the $500 one or $250 one is what they'll be doing. Cool. And let's jump over. Once you want to pledge, of course, you'll jump back to the pledge page here and click the pledge, and you can see the Legion Network is currently on. Started on the February 10th and finishes on 18th of February, so just over 2 days to go. And so far, there is 17.37% has been sold already. That's $34,740 out of 200,000. So it's tracking okay at this stage. And of course, we'll probably get a big surge towards the end. Very cool. You will have to do KYC for this, but you can do that on the platform. Very easy. Sometimes they require KYC, sometimes they do not. So cool. All right, let's jump over to the Warp project quickly. Actually, we'll quickly, before we do that, we'll have a look at the dashboard and see the total supplies there. At the moment, it's 334.7 billion AXION in total supply, 80.9 billion in circulating supply. That includes the Teams wallet, about 10-11 billion, I should say. Total staked is 76%, 253.8 billion is staked. 76, that's pretty good. And of course, 49% is staked for 15.2 years. Why do they do that? Of course, when you stake, you get 20% more shares when you stake your AXION per year, over 300% for 15 years. That's why you see so much stake there. And of course, that means you get a lot more wrapped Bitcoin dividends through the Accelerator when it gets sold out. So nice. Total burned is 36.8 billion at the moment. And of course, they'll be burning every day as well as people enter through the Accelerator. Let's jump over to the next project, Warp, of course. We will jump there and look at the price. Price is at, looks like it's all-time low at the moment, $337. So close to all-time low. 327 was the lowest, so it's $10 off that. And of course, this is typically what you get in crypto. You get a big excitement, then the price starts coming down, just trying to find establish a bottom at the moment. but once again, you can pretty much pick it up, and probably ROI is pretty good at the moment. Now we're going to quickly jump from that, of course, and have a look at the total amount in the market there. The $101,141,000 in liquidity. That's pretty exciting, right? Daily volume at 49,000, so still looking pretty strong there. Pool DAI is 572,000 DAI, which is amazing. And of course, market cap $1.4 million US. Let's have a look at the amount of pool. There's 1,703 warp in the pool, so looking good there too. 1 ETH at the moment will buy you 8.63 warp. That's pretty much how it works there. Total circulating supply 4,147 warp at the moment, so it looks pretty attractive. You're entering at a pretty good time. We just don't know when the bottom will be established at this stage. Let's jump over to the warp staking. Of course, this is the website. Check it out, warp.bond, and have a look at all that. I'll leave all the social links in the video description for sure. You can check out the bonds. Of course, this is an AXION fork. In other words, it builds up a treasury, and that gives the asset backing behind the project. Pretty nice. You can do that by entering bonds, getting a bond, and of course you'll get parts as well. There's ship parts from that one random part. Obviously, the more bonds you do, the more parts you get. And of course, then there's ships as well. You can actually put those in the ship factory, get yourself a ship. There are 10 ships for season 1, and looking very cool. 2 planets are currently open at the moment, which is pretty nice. There's lots of partners, of course, heaps of partners, and of course, there's the token as well. You can see the details around the token. Very cool. And of course, the crew will be you. You'll be captaining your ship, and you'll be supported by the rest of the team that's actually running the project. Pretty cool. Net FAQ there, of course, and the warp app. We're going to jump to the warp app now, and of course, you just link up your wallet there, and you'll see your dashboard over here. Tells you how many starships you've got, how many parts you've got, fuel cells, and how much warp you've got as well. Cool. If you've got a ship in transiting, in other words, traveling between planets, that will show up over here, and it's pretty cool. Let's have a look at, obviously, if you want to stake warp, you can stake it in here. Each planet will have a different return. You need to have a ship at that planet to be able to access that return, though. Just take that into account. So at the moment, APY on Earth is 788%. Proxima B is 4,612%. And you can see that there's almost 400,000 locked and staked in Proxima B, and 104,000, 105,000 locked in Earth at the moment. Now, third planet is opening up, I think, and within the next day. So it's going to be pretty exciting as well. There's going to be 5 planets in the first season. Looking good. Once you stake, of course, you can stake here. You can also buy warp off the market, of course, and just stake that as well on Earth. And it's a quick way, and you earn 0.19% every 8 hours, folks, every 8 hours. And so an index period or a rebase period is 8 hours long. And of course, as that clicks over 8 hours, that will go up to 1.30, and etc. It just starts again. Of course, you get paid. That gets compounded, and man, you can earn a pretty good return. 5-day return at the moment, 3% is the return, so not too bad. All right, so very cool. And obviously, to bond, if you want to invest, of course, you can use DMI or LP tokens. And of course, you will get a warp at a discounted price. At the moment, it's 2%, 1%, and 0.95. So that's a discount to the Swiss swap price. So your warp price 337, and your bonded price 330. So you're getting a bit of a discount there. That gets dripped over a 5-day period. So just take that into account. But once it drips, that you can claim it and stake it in planet Earth. So pretty nice. The hangar, of course, is where you get your ship parts. When you bond, you get a ship part. If you get enough of them, of course, you can make a ship, and you can go build to Starship in the Starship factory. Very cool. If you've got the parts, you can do it. And of course, once you've got ships, you can manage them here in the hangar. And of course, if you need some fuel, you can go get some fuel here as well. So that's your ships. And of course, if you've got ships, you need to travel to planets. Of course, once you choose a planet, you can travel there, select the starship, and away you go. And once again, your ship will be in transit as it gets there. Once it gets there, of course, you'll go back to staking and be able to select it. And then you'll be able to stake your warp there. Very cool. And if you want more warp, you can buy it on SushiSwap or by bonding more parts and get more parts. So pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. There is a calculator at the bottom there. You can use that too to work out profitability. Obviously, you got to adjust to the price. So that's pretty much how that goes. Let's have a look at the results at the moment. We've got an overview of the whole warp economy. That's everyone's playing. We've got the market price at $337, market cap at $1.4 million, circulating supply at 1,490 warp, total supply of warp 4,156, and of course total burned 109 warp. So every time someone sells warp on the market, 5% gets burned. Also, if you early unstake before 3 hours, you also get a 2% burn there as well. So that fills up the warp. There is the deflationary. It's one of the unique features of the warp bond warp ohm, which has a treasury. It's one having deflationary tactics. One of the few ones that has that. has that feature. Treasury balance is up to 1.7 million. That only is pretty much going to increase. Some of that has warp in it, so that probably go up and down from that point of view. Locked value, that's the amount of people that are staking over in the staking on both planets, is 502,939. Like I said, there's going to be a third planet opening up pretty shortly. Current index is the Earth index. In other words, it's been almost 30 8-hour periods where people got paid returns on that by staking on Earth. Backing per warp is $1,121. This is based on the circulating supply, not the total supply. So that's the treasury value divided by the circulating supply. So that's one way of doing it. You might also want to calculate that by the treasury divided by the total supply. That's another way. Ships built so far, 818 ships built so far. 10,000 is the maximum amount of ships that can be built in Season 1. There's 27,927 parts remaining. It started off at 30,000 parts. Of course, that excludes fuel, which is pretty much infinite. And in APY is at the moment comparably between Proxima B and APY is there. Now, it takes one FTL jump to each planet. So just take that into account. So I think if you jump to Planet 3, it'll be 2 FTL jumps. That'll be about $500, 500 DAI in fuel there equivalent. So cool. That's about to open up the next day or two. Let's jump over to the general chat there and see what's going on. Obviously, let's go to Warp first. And since we're talking about Warp, and we will jump over to just to a comment that was made here up here by one of the devs. So we're going to jump here, one of the team. I'm going to jump up the top here and have a look at this. I'm pretty sure this message is up here. Let's have a look here. Just when you're wanting to look for it, you can't find it. Seems to be the case, isn't it? So, yeah, not finding it there at all. That's a bit weird. So I might jump all the way down there. Maybe I've gone way too past it there. Yes, I have here. This is the one here. So Coin launched a couple of weeks ago. What I want to talk about was aggressive roadmap for first season underway and an accelerated format. Third planet is coming in a few days, possibly tomorrow. So the third planet will be opening up pretty soon. And of course, that's been brought forward. Ship battles are coming before Planet 4. So within 11 days, so next 10 days, say, ship battles will be in play. That's going to provide some bonus rewards as well, and really steps up the gameplay there. 5 planets in total for Season 2. So very, very nice. And of course, it's going to be Season 3, 4, and so forth. So it's going to be pretty good. Very nice. Apart from that, I think we've gone through a lot of these other parts here. Very, very cool. So looking good. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to just jump over to, I think, the announcements. Nothing on the announcements there. Once again, I have got a few videos here on Bond Warp. If you want to check that out, definitely check that out. And don't forget to like those videos on Bond Warp. Check out, I've got about 3 or 4 of those. And for sure, go check those out. On AXION, of course, we have people winning Collider NFT. So if you do buy and stake in AXION, get all the benefits through the AXION Accelerator, you will get a particle NFT, and you can put that in the Collider and potentially win. So far, 171 wins have happened so far. You got a 4% chance of winning, and of course, it's $14,000 won so far. So pretty attractive to go into AXION there. And of course, you can use your particle collider in here, and you have a 4% chance of getting a bonus investment. So buying a stake in AXION looks pretty good at the moment. Definitely a buyer's market as well. So that sets you up pretty well with a nice low entry and lots of potential upside. So very nice. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Take care.